Welcome to the UVU School Counseling On-Site Training. We extend our gratitude to site supervisors for serving as mentors and leaders for the students at UVU. This training is designed to explain the roles, responsibilities, and expectations for both our practicum students and interns, as well as the site supervisors who will be guiding them through this journey. The purpose of the practicum and internship experience is to provide our school counseling students with opportunities to apply what they've learned in the classroom in a school setting. The UVU School Counseling Program teaches school counseling concepts and principles as outlined by the Utah State Board of Education and the American School Counseling Association. The practicum course provides students with an opportunity to job shadow a school counselor for 100 hours. In addition to the time spent working in a school, practicum students are required to attend weekly, small group meetings for consistent reporting and reflection from their experiences to a group mentor. Practicum students also complete coursework, including a case study assignment based on their experiences. The internship course allows students to gain first-hand experience working in a school and performing the responsibilities of a transformed school counselor as outlined in the model. To successfully pass this course, students complete 600 hours of internship over 2 semesters, earn 80% or higher on weekly assignments, create and present a capstone project demonstrating their understanding of course content, and take the praxis exam. In addition, internship students and site supervisors also participate in a mandatory site visit, which is held either virtually or in person during the first semester of internship, and a mid-internship review during the second semester of internship. The practicum and internship experiences offer students an opportunity to demonstrate their skills and knowledge in accordance with the 2019 Ask a School Counselor Professional Standards and Competencies. As a site supervisor, your role is essential in bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application for our school counseling students. We ask that you provide consistent and regular supervision, including frequent meetings to allow counselors in training to reflect on their experiences, discuss challenges, and celebrate successes. Additionally, observing them in a variety of situations will allow you to evaluate their application of skills. Mentorship. Providing mentorship to your students includes offering guidance, support, and constructive feedback to help counselors in training develop clinical skills. This may require you to use the same counseling skills you use with students to help your practicum or internship student, such as motivational interviewing or solution-focused brief therapy. For example, when meeting with your student, you could use scaling questions. Tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your anxiety today teaching this classroom lesson? What would it take to move it from a 5 to a 7? Another approach could be to use exceptions. For example, tell me about a time that you weren't nervous about teaching in front of a group. Evaluation. All site supervisors will complete a final evaluation of their practicum student or intern, and site supervisors for interns will also complete a mid-internship review. The mid-internship review is an opportunity for the intern, supervisor, and internship instructor to follow up on the goals set in the internship contract and to identify areas for further growth. Internship supervisors may choose to conduct the mid-semester review via a conference call or by filling out the mid-semester internship review form. The internship student will coordinate a time with the instructor for the call to take place. If you choose the review form, the internship student will provide the supervisor the form to complete together and then submit to the instructor. Once a student completes their required hours, the school counselor coordinator will send an email to the site supervisor with a survey link to assess the student's performance in accordance with the Ask a School Counselor Professional Standards and Competencies. During the first semester of internship, the school counselor coordinator will arrange a time early in the semester to visit each site, either virtually or in person, for a short check-in to answer any questions about expectations or responsibilities. Advocacy. As a site supervisor, advocacy involves identifying and facilitating opportunities for students' professional growth and development and stepping in to help resolve any challenges or issues that may emerge at your site. Your support and guidance are invaluable in creating an environment where the UVU students can thrive, learn, and become effective school counselors. By actively advocating for their needs and creating an atmosphere for growth, you help shape the next generation of professionals in the field of school counseling. Administrative duties. Work together to set goals and complete the practicum internship contract by the second week of the semester. If students do not complete and submit their contract to the instructor within 2 weeks of the course beginning, they will be automatically dropped from the course. The goals students set should align with the standards and indicators outlined in the 2019 Ask a School Counselor Professional Standards and Competencies, which will be covered later in this presentation. Communication. Finally, we ask that you share your contact information by providing your email and phone number with students and be available to answer questions. Have a policy in place for how to contact each other, either outside of school if that's necessary, or what to do if you're on campus at the same time. USBE Board Rule R277330 articulates what effective school counselor practices look like in Utah for individual accountability. This board rule stipulates that school counselors in Utah are required to adhere to the 2019 Ask a School Counselor Professional Standards and Competencies. These professional standards and competencies outline the mindsets and behaviors school counselors need to meet the rigorous demands of the school counseling profession and the needs of pre-K-12 students. According to ASCA, seasoned school counselors can use these standards to self-assess their own mindsets and behaviors and formulate an appropriate professional development plan. School and district administrators often use these standards to guide the recruitment and selection of competent school counselors and develop or inform meaningful school counselor performance appraisal. At UVU, we use these standards to establish benchmarks for ensuring school counseling students graduate with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to develop a comprehensive school counseling program. For this reason, students in the UVU school counseling program set specific goals for each standard during their practicum and internship. Site supervisors then assess these standards at the end of the semester using the Site Supervisor Evaluation Survey that will be emailed to them. Please be advised it will be difficult to assess students' knowledge and performance of these standards if they do not set goals and spend time in each area. Here are some things to remember when completing the practicum or internship contract. First, our school counseling program strives to instill in our students a thorough understanding and application of the Utah model and American School Counseling Association model. We encourage you to set goals that align with these models. Specifically, ASCA states that 80% of the students' time be spent in direct and indirect services with students. Setting a goal for each standard is not necessary, as students will set goals for each standard over the course of the practicum and internship. Goals should be specific and measurable. This clarity helps in tracking progress and provides a clear direction for the students' efforts. The site supervisor should also ensure the goals are attainable and that the student has access to the necessary support and resources to achieve their goals. This might include training, mentorship, or access to specific sources of data. The goals listed on the contract are not set in stone. Throughout the semester, goals can be adjusted based on new learning opportunities that may arise and any unforeseen challenges. Finally, remember to set goals early as possible, as students are required to submit their contract by the second week of the semester to avoid being dropped from the course. Students will track how they spend their time on a practicum or internship log. This log is designed to include sections for documenting the specific ASCA professional standard and competencies and duration spent on each activity. The log automatically calculates the total hours accumulated by the students, as well as the time spent in direct and indirect services. At the conclusion of the practicum or internship, the site supervisor will conduct a thorough review of the logged hours. Following this review, the supervisor will confirm the completion and accuracy of the hours listed on the log by signing off on a log cover sheet that will be provided to them. In addition to earning standard practicum or internship hours, UVU students can also earn flex hours. Flex hours were developed based off the 2022 American School Counseling theme, School Counseling Better Together. Aligning with this theme, the UVU School Counseling Program allows school counseling students with opportunities to earn up to 25% of their hours performing counseling services at different levels within the education system, working on special projects, or working as an advisor at post-secondary institutions or technical colleges. Students can also earn hours by participating in professional development conferences. All flex hours must be signed off by a student site supervisor or the school counselor with whom the student is completing the flex hours. For example, Should a student opt to earn flex hours by assisting at another school's back-to-school night, the counselor overseeing the activity must sign off on these hours using the designated flex hour cover sheet. However, if a student wants to earn some hours working in a residential treatment center, they will need to work with their site supervisor to approve and sign off on those flex hours. Listed here are some common challenges associated with the practicum and internship experience. Adjusting to school culture. Every school has its own unique culture and climate. Students may struggle to understand and adapt to this new environment, including the norms, values, and expectations of staff, students, and the community. Building relationships. Developing trusting relationships with students, staff, and parents is crucial for effective school counseling, but can be challenging for interns who are new to the profession and the school. Navigating ethical and legal concerns. Interns must learn to navigate complex ethical and legal issues related to student confidentiality, mandatory reporting, and professional boundaries, which can be daunting without extensive experience. Time management and workload. School counselors often have large caseloads and diverse responsibilities. Managing these duties efficiently can be overwhelming for practicum students and interns. Dealing with crisis situations. Encountering and managing crisis situations, such as threats of self-harm, bullying, or family trauma, can be particularly challenging for school counselors in training, requiring quick thinking and emotional resilience. Permission to counsel. Staying informed about state laws, district policies, and ethical guidelines related to informed consent and permission for counseling minors is essential, but can be overwhelming for interns. Please be sure practicum students and interns are aware of school and district requirements and understand how they apply in various situations. Balancing theory and practice. Applying theoretical knowledge to practical situations can be difficult. As we navigate the evolving landscape of school counseling, it's crucial for both site supervisors and interns to recognize the importance of balancing established practices with innovative, evidence-based approaches. Many of our interns find themselves in environments where traditional methods prevail, yet these practices may not fully align with the latest standards and research in our field. It's essential to approach these situations with sensitivity and respect for the existing school culture, while also advocating for the adoption of best practices that enhance student support and outcomes. Conversely, we've observed instances where enthusiastic students attempt to implement widespread changes too swiftly. While this drive for improvement is commendable, it's important to remember that meaningful transformation requires time, collaboration, and gradual integration into the school's existing framework. We urge you to engage in open, constructive dialogues about the integration of new practices. Recognizing these challenges is crucial, but what's even more important is how we address and overcome them. As we conclude, let's discuss some key strategies that can be helpful in avoiding or handling common challenges. First is effective communication. Open and honest communication is essential for any successful practicum or internship student. Remember, check-ins and feedback sessions not only help in addressing concerns as they arise, but also strengthen the bond between students and site supervisors. It's through dialogue that we find solutions and create a supportive learning environment. Ethical and legal education. Understanding the ethical and legal aspects of school counseling is essential. While students have had training in these areas, ongoing professional development and real-world application can ensure they're even more prepared to act in the best interest of students, maintaining confidentiality and integrity at all times. Crisis management training. Site supervisors play a crucial role in preparing school counseling students to handle crisis situations effectively. Please ensure practicum students and interns are thoroughly familiar with the school's policies and procedures for handling crises, including protocols for emergency situations, reporting requirements, and referral processes. Building a supportive network. Finally, creating a professional support network is crucial. Sharing experiences, challenges, and successes with peers, faculty, and professionals fosters a sense of community and provides an abundance of advice and encouragement. As we conclude, remember that the journey of becoming an effective school counselor is filled with learning opportunities. Each challenge is a stepping stone to greater competence and confidence. Thank you for your participation in this training. We appreciate site supervisors taking the time to learn about becoming an effective site supervisor for UVU school counseling students, and students to learn more about their roles and responsibilities within their practicum and internships. Please feel free to contact us if you have any other questions.